Morning everyone, hope you're well and welcome to Seeds and Weeds. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So I'm busy working on fixing up the old chicken runs here behind me, so that I got more space to expand on how many chickens I have. The little coop in the back garden was just a temporary solution, just to keep them close to the house because there were so few. But if I want to do more eggs to sell, I'm going to have to get more chickens to produce more eggs to be able to sell. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what we have done so far and what we need to do. Okay, so for those who are new and haven't seen what the old chicken runs are, so over here there's a fence goes across there. You'll see the wire there that we're going to be fixing up, and then this whole section here is the old chicken run, and then this little section on the end here is actually like a feed room. There is an electrical outlet, so you can actually set up a brooder in there for the chicks. So what we're going to be doing, well, what we've started with is we're going to put a pole in there, and then I want to put a gate in there so that I can drive in and offload feed into the room here. So I'll have that door there. This piece of fence we've taken out. We've put a proper pole in there, and then that fence is going to come across to the wall there. So there'll be another gate there, pedestrian gate, so that when you're coming in from the house or garden side to check on the chickens, that I've got a gate there instead of having to walk all the way around. There's the wire that we took out, which should be, we might have to patch a couple of spots, but in general the wire is looking quite good, so we'll be able to reuse it. So we've put in one pole against the wall already. I just need to get the gates before we put in the other one so that we can measure properly for the distance. As I say, on this side we have put the poles in. I've had Sophnie busy helping me, so he's very good at fencing projects, so he's put these poles in for me already. And as I say, this wire here we're just going to straighten out again and put in again. That pole in that corner is fine, so we can reuse that one. So it's not going to be a hugely high fence. I don't even think it's 1.8, but it'll be more than enough to keep the chickens in if we make sure we keep one wing clipped. So the chicken runs themselves actually look fairly decent. I'll have to do something about the doors because they don't really seal. This door opens, and that one there can open. As I say, it needs work. You'll see it's a lot of grass where it was overgrown, but the wire and sealing of everything is actually pretty good. So if we go inside, there's quite a bit of cleaning up we need to do inside. I've got a pressure washer that I'll just give the walls a very good wash, clean up inside here. On this side here there's a lot less stuff. I've actually started collecting sawdust locally to be able to put in here. So we've got a water problem here because some of these roof battens are quite rotten. So you'll see this one is not looking great. And that one is also from getting wet, it doesn't look great. And this one is totally rotten. So as a result, this roof, I'm not sure if you can see it, has actually started bowing, and the water stands there. So the water has been pouring in here. So I'll need to replace those in order to resolve the water leaking problem in here. So it's not massive work, but it still needs to be done. So as I say, in here, floor needs to be cleaned out, the grass. What's nice about this area, it's quite big. I mean, this wall partitions it in two, but I can actually make this almost 4 sections if I end up wanting to keep chickens separate with different breeds. At this stage, I'm only looking more at the colored eggs with your Easter eggers, which I've already got, and I might actually get some olive eggers, and eventually I'd actually like to get some black copper Morans. It's just such a beautiful chicken, but for now I'll just do the Easter eggers and then maybe expand that and get olive eggers. So that's inside the coop here. If we go out again, I just want to show you the feed room area on the end. As I say, there's quite a bit of this grass that right up against the building we'll have to clean up. And this door I'll also obviously have to look at securing, because it's not really short of that little latch. And I'd need to be able to lock it because of the feed. So you'll see at the back there, the hole in the wall, I'm also going to be arranging to get that fixed. One of the trees actually fell on the roof, which caused that damage. So I need to get a truss to replace that as well, and then just get this piece of wall built up so that that is also sealed. A lot of it, you can see the rubble there from that. And as I say, so I'll use this as a feed room. It's got electricity and a light, so that's great. I've already put soil here to fix the wall, building sand. And yeah, so a couple of spots that need sealing, etc., but not major work, fortunately, to fix this. So over here I've actually, with this gate, looked at, we're going to put the pole there, but I want to put the gate here opening that way, so that the door and the gate almost, if I had to open the two together, that if there are chickens in here, that they won't get out the gate while I'm offloading feed. So another reason why I wanted to put a gate on this side. So just seeing that from this side. So this section outside, this little nook here, actually I'm probably going to end up, I want to plant pumpkins, because it's almost a bit of a waste of space. So I'm going to put a fence here to stop the cattle from coming in, and then, as I say, plant pumpkins here because it's a nice space, and I don't have to put that down in the garden. Okay, so we've taken this piece of wire down, we've just laid it down there. I need to actually put the stays on the poles for now and fasten those up. You'll see he's tied them so that they don't come out of place. So you can see better because it's in the shade, as I say. So that basically stops the pole from pulling with the wire. You'll see that the corner one has got one on each side, obviously for the same reason, so that the fence doesn't actually pull this in. So you've got one holding it from that side and one holding it from this side. Then basically what we're going to do is that on these poles, you'll see he's actually notched the pole there. And we're going to put 3 lines of wire horizontally, the same way we did the other garden. So one at the bottom, one in the middle, and one at the top, because then that wire will fasten onto those basically pilot lines, if you want to call it that, to make sure the wire stays nice and taut and that it doesn't sag. So we'll give you another progress report later on once we've got a bit more going up. Okay, so progress reports just on how far we are with the chickens fence. So I've got gates made up. We've put wire over that we're going to be using. So we've got that pole planted there and the space measured for the gate. Then we're going to, obviously once that pole is planted, we can put the piece of fence into there, and that'll go across to, that's where the other gate will go in, is here against the wall. So that's also been measured, and busy with a hole there for the pole. Then we'll be putting that fencing back up again, and then that'll be the fence done for the chicken run area. So getting there. So we've had good progress. We've literally just got to put the gates in now and finish off a few pieces. Got the gates ready to go in. We just need to drill the holes in the poles to be able to hang them. So that's that one. Also, fence is up and looking good. And then again, this gate also just needs to be hung. So very nearly done with the fence for the new chicken run. So nice big space, quite a bit of grass, so my chickens will be very happy here. So just a last round of our chicken run fence project that we were doing. So we've put in a barbed wire fence here with the gates, so that we can actually drive in to that gate there to actually deliver the chicken food into the feed room. But what we're also going to do is this section here outside the chicken coop, I'm going to plant pumpkins, because it's quite a nice big area and we don't really have, well, it's a bit of a waste of space otherwise, so I thought it would be a good thing to put pumpkins in here instead of down in the garden, because then it frees up some space in the garden. And that'll also help with the grass here, because what I want to do is I'll probably burn this grass down just as a starting off point, and then, as I say, get the pumpkins planted now early so that those get growing before the grass does too much, so that we can try and get those leaves covering the ground so that the grass doesn't grow too hectically. So that's the idea. We'll see. In theory and practice isn't always the same thing, so we'll see how that goes. So I'll probably look, this tree that's lying along the back here will probably still cut down as well, but otherwise the chicken run is looking great. I just need to put the hook on the gate, but otherwise that's in. And we also just need to do something about that gap there. But as I say, the fence is up. And the idea obviously was that this opens to the inside, so that the door can open out, so that when we're actually offloading, that we don't have problem with chickens trying to escape while we're actually doing that. So just this section here, we're going to leave. The chickens will sort that out. We'll just clean up the bit of mess that's there. And then let me just take you this side to the fence on this side, which is also finished. We've patched, there was quite a big hole there, which we has just been patched. So that's nice and secure and looking great. Round to the corner. As I say. So that's the first part of this project done. So the next part of this project is actually going to be the chicken runs itself, sorting out the roof, battens which are needing attention, they need replacing, and then I need to get these doors so that they close properly, and then give it a good clean out inside too, and then we can put the chickens in and give them a nice big space, because this is an awesome big space. And then that gate is just a pedestrian gate to go down to the house or to the tool shed, which is this one here. So yeah, very stoked about getting this piece done. I just need to sort out the bottom of the gate as well. And that needs to be shaved down a bit and that filled up a bit, just so that you can't get under the gate and that it actually closes properly. There's a bit of a gap there, but that's a quick fix. Obviously the latch as well. And yeah, that's it. Very stoked about getting that project done. So with all the other projects coming up, I'm glad I've at least got this one finished. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you have any questions or advice, please pop them in the comments below. And if you would like to share our channel, it'll be greatly appreciated. Have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.